Yeah, this is just my phone. What's going on, guys? What's going on? It's your guy J Day. Hope all is well. Love and light, everybody. Um, I'm just on. I wanted to come on and do a live video with this brother here, man. Dope man. I actually met Barnabas at the Airbnb that I was staying at. And, we just started chopping it up, kicking it, and he was just giving me all the insight on pretty much how he came about, traveling to the Dominican Republic. So I said, yo, how about you come on the channel and give your experience and, just share to the brothers, your experience in DR and how things have gone, how things are going for you thus far. So with that being said, man, I'm going to have him introduce himself and I'm going to give you the platform. And then after that, I'll ask you a few questions.
Okay, cool.
All right?
All right, I'm Barnabas, or Be Nice. A lot of people call me Be Nice. Uh, I guess I first started coming to the Dominican Republic about 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years ago. This was actually the first spot I came to, Puerto Plata. Fell in love with the place right away. Been back multiple times. Sosua, Santo Domingo, just Punta Cana only to fly in and out.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been to Punta Cana. So, yeah, I've been to those places, and here I am.
Okay.
And I definitely came here for a reset.
Uh-huh.
I think I was telling you the issues I was having with my son,
Yeah.
legal issues and all that, and I just really needed a reset.
You know what? I think you're not the only brother who has come to the Dominican Republic for a reset. Majority of the men from the United States, a lot of them retirees, divorcees, and a lot of brothers come here, just to get out of the states and just as a refresher, like you said, a reset. So now that you have done this reset, how do you feel now?
I'm still going through these issues.
Okay.
But I can kind of, it's clear. Things are kind of clear in life. So, because I was in a bad spot.
Yeah.
Dealing with all that. So a lot of depression already goes along with that.
Oh yeah. I mean, people be surprised how depressed. So you have some people that battle depression don't even realize they are depressed, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes, and I was in a state like that at one time. Yeah, I didn't even realize what was really going on.
Okay, so now that you said you've been traveling for 3 years now, and
primarily here.
Okay, primarily just so you've only been to Dominican Republic.
Well, I've been to Panama and Mexico.
Okay,
but that was right at the beginning of me doing all this. Yeah, actually, I came here after I went to those places.
Okay.
So it's been 3 years coming back and forth here.
Nice. So what made you decide to stay DR out of all the other countries, Mexico and you said Panama? What made you decide the DR? Like,
first off, I don't speak Spanish, so that wasn't a factor.
Okay.
So one of the reasons I chose it is close, this proximity.
Right.
Within a couple of hours from pretty much anywhere on the East Coast or South or whatever, you can be here.
Okay.
The cost of living, big bonus.
Yeah.
And I got to be straight, man. Women, the women here are just beautiful.
Yeah.
And I know people have.
It's no denying that. Yeah, I call this the mulatto nation. It's a plethora. You like them light skinned, medium, brown, dark. You get any kind of shade. No doubt. So that definitely drives the men here. So now that how long are you staying here now that you're here?
Well, right now, like I was telling you, I'm still dealing with this court stuff. So anytime I'm getting pulled to like a hearing or something like that,
you gotta go back.
I typically go back.
Okay.
So I always buy a one-way ticket here.
Okay.
Every time I come here, I'm buying a one-way ticket.
Okay, because you never know when you just gotta up and
just go.
Got it. So your primary, so what do you plan on doing primarily? Like, you plan on living here full time as an expat, and if so, what have you done to make those steps to make that happen? Especially if you're looking to be here to sustain yourself, like what have you put in line in order to do that?
Well, I guess first off, like I tell many people who always ask me the question, the way I live my life. I'm blessed because I'm a veteran.
Okay.
So I do get a disability check or compensation check.
Nice.
From the VA.
Nice.
So that definitely helps.
Okay.
It gives me flexibility. That's just the best way to do it. I'll get the best way to say it.
Nice. So okay, so
So with that flexibility, I mean, to answer your question, with that flexibility, yeah, it opens up the options for me to actually, yeah, if I want to say I want to live here, rent a place, and all that. Of course, I have enough money to do that without it being a stressor or anything like that. You know, needing additional finances.
nice. But I always tell a lot of brothers, especially vets, and you have some vets that are on disability living really good, comfortable,
Right.
But for the ones that are just living on, let's just say their social security,
Right.
and that's their only main insort, their only main source of income coming in. Times are changing here in Dominican Republic, as
Right.
we all know. Inflation, prices are going up.
Around the world.
Around the world, exactly. And I always stress to the ones who are just living on their Social Security or SSD, eventually they will be priced out of certain areas, only because, you know what I mean?
I imagine it's very difficult to live in the U.S. Also, Social Security. I mean, let's face it.
Yeah.
How are you doing it? I'm amazed.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm amazed.
The project. Well, I'm from New York, so it's different. I will say New York is especially. I'm only going to tell you based on my experience living in New York and then moving to the South and seeing the difference in terms of how each state takes care of their citizens. Now,
Right.
At one point, New York had a lot of resources for their citizens, and what happens is once other people from other, I wouldn't say countries, but states find that out, they come, they move, they flock down, and that's what happens. They flock down to our city and then suck up all the resources. You know what I mean? And then, so now times have changed, inflation and all of that, and it's just really hard for people to live. And this is one of the reasons why people are flocking to other countries to have a quality of life, and be
That's
able to
number one
live.
in my book. Quality of life is number one.
Man, I say the same thing, man. I say the same thing. So, in terms of, let's just say the women, because everybody, we all talk about the women. So how do you feel like the dating scene? How is the dating scene going for you?
I was explaining that to a friend of mine just the other day.
Uh,
In the United States, in order for you to have access to certain women, it's based on income. I mean, let's be straight.
right.
So when you come here, even though, I'm a poor man in the U.S.
We all are.
So when I'm here, I'm like almost like upper
class.
middle class,
Right.
middle upper. So yeah, that tells you right there. So no matter where you are, I guess in the world, whatever your financial status is, that's what level of women that you're gonna get or attract.
Encounter.
Right.
Exactly. So
I would say, to answer your question, I would say if I was in the U.S. and let's say I'm a man of about six figures, 120,000 a year or something like that,
right.
Yeah, I would probably be getting access to the same type of women this dude get access to. On my budget here.
But even brothers that do make that kind of a salary,
depends where you live.
You have the demographics, right? That plays a major part, and then also, let's just face it, the American modernized women, it's a lot of superficial shit going on. You know what I mean? So I think no matter. I mean, you got the gold digger type who doesn't care, and then you got the woman that just if you're not putting out, they're not putting out. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of mentality, and this is one of the reasons why a lot of brothers flock, to DR, Colombia, etc., because they're looking for more of a, I would say, a traditional woman, a woman that's more nurturing and willing to do,
Well, I kind of look at it like this, because to me, you're going to spend money no matter which way you go.
It's true.
No matter what country you're in, whatever. When you're dating, you're going to spend money. So it's kind of like pick your poison. But why not do it in a place where the cost of living is a lot cheaper? The women are absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
So both the best worlds are kind of here for me. So yeah, you're gonna spend money.
Of course you're gonna spend, but it's for us to limit that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I tell brothers all the time.
Be smart.
You have the control. And a lot of Dominican men, they put their foot down. We as American men, we're more laid back. We're we're just like, okay. So sometimes that can get misconstrued, and
Absolutely.
it can lead to being taken advantage of. Let's just be honest.
Right.
So a lot of that goes on, and this is why I tell brothers, man, you gotta know when to say no. You gotta know when to It's facts. But I'm gonna read some of these comments here. Carl McGugan, what's going on? Films Future World, what's going on, bro? Flex and Sosua, what's up, my bro? I appreciate everybody that's tuning in. Be sure to hit the like, the share, and subscribe. And for those of you guys who don't know what that is, it's the three dots on the top right corner. Just hit that, and that will enable you to hit the like, guys. Yeah, so I just, for me personally, man, traveling out here since 2016. I've seen a lot of changes, in terms of construction and yeah, and all that stuff. So, do you see yourself living here full time?
Yes, especially after running into you and and you showing me the land. You were kind enough to take time out of your day to show me the land and its proximity to. Because, like I said, I really like this place, Puerto Plata.
Yeah,
Its proximity is what, about maybe 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's close to everything. It's close to everything, man. Close to everything. And this is one of the reasons why I chose to build here, and not just that the land was relatively inexpensive. Yeah, yeah. So for somebody like yourself, I mean, do you plan on renting long term, or do you plan on buying eventually? Like, what is your plan now that you plan on staying here full time?
I'm kind of really in between kind of thoughts on things, but definitely after seeing your situation and hearing your situation, I'm definitely hoping I'm blessed enough to buy some land, purchase some land in the area, and then probably eventually build something here. But probably in the meantime, I'll probably always rent a little spot here.
Yeah.
Since of course I'm always coming back and forth.
And I always tell people like yourselves, like you said, you never know when you're gonna. You always buy one-way ticket. You know what I mean, due to your circumstances. So, for a person like yourself that wants to go that route, renting an apartment, you always have an option of Airbnb it while you're not there. Right. Especially if it's something that's fully furnished. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, whether or not you may not. Sometimes you'll break even, and then sometimes you'll make a little extra change. So that's just always an option for brothers who are looking, to go that route in terms of.
I didn't really think about that.
Yeah. Well, see, I'm putting you on, brother. Game. I'm putting you on game. Yeah, because my brother, my boy does that in Thailand. Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah. His name is Brooklyn Nomad. I'm gonna send you his info too. But yeah, he has an apartment in Thailand, and after he left, he Airbnb, like people just started booking. As soon as he didn't even have it a month. He didn't even have that apartment a month, and
it was booked.
As soon as he left, he had somebody that booked it for a month, and then they paid his first that second month rent. Yeah, off that first booking. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, you can always go that route. What part of the states is he from?
Nebraska.
Nebraska.
I live in Nebraska. Born out east. My residence is actually in Florida, in Jacksonville, Florida. But at this moment, I'm living in Nebraska, and that's primarily due to my circumstances with my son.
Yeah, I always, what I told him, y'all. I said when I first met him, I'm like, Nebraska. I said,
I hear that all the time.
I said, I hate to ask you this question, but is there black people in Nebraska? And if so, how the hell did you get there?
That's where the champ is from. Shout out to Terrence Crawford.
Troy King, what's going on, my guy? Shout out to Troy King, man. Who else? ES, I would like to ask a question. I have friends from America that lives in Puerto Plata. Brothers interact with one in Puerto Plata. Do brothers interact with one another? Of course. We're sitting here right now interacting, man. And not for nothing, there's a whole community of expats in Puerto Plata. You guys would be surprised how many, how big of an expat community there is.
That's what I hear.
It's huge. And then you got some expats that tend to stay to themselves. That's you know what I mean? That don't really get too much engaged into all that.
Right.
And that's okay, because there's people, there's expats that I run across in Jumbo, and they walk right past me like you like don't want don't want to be bothered. Don't want to be bothered. You know what I'm saying? So
well, if y'all see me, I'm not that
you gotta respect everybody. Yeah, I respect everybody's space. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to say hi. All right, it is what it is. But in most cases, there is a huge expat community, and is growing at a rapid pace. For sure. I'm in Puerto Plata, in Santo Domingo, in Punta Cana, and not just that. You have a lot of YouTubers who are vlogging in DR. So yeah, for sure. Troy King said the illest ninja in the Nebraska. I guess who you say shout out to.
Terrence Crawford.
Terrence, yeah,
That's the
yeah,
champ.
yeah, yeah.
If you're in the boxing, you know who Terrence Crawford is.
Yeah. Troy, when you're next live, matter of fact, Troy, me and you got to do another live, my brother. We definitely got to do another live, man. Yeah, for sure. Um, RA Wednesday Rico flying in. Okay, so yeah, man. So that's what it is. I just wanted to come on and just give the viewers on the channel your perspective of your experience in Dominican Republic. But I will ask you this: what would you give advice to people who are looking to move to Dominican Republic? Like, what advice would you give someone who's looking to come out here and live out here, learn long term? Like, what advice would you give them?
Well, I guess the first thing I started out with, making sure, financially you're somewhat stable.
Right.
There's some type of income coming in.
Uh-huh.
And then, reach out to expats.
Uh-huh.
Because, actually I found this place through a guy that I use. I met a guy here who drives taxi.
Uh-huh.
He speaks English. Shout out to him. Actually, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
But knowing someone out here, or being familiar with an expat community or something like that would probably be a big bonus.
Yeah, it'll definitely help you guys to navigate, especially if you're looking, for somebody to hire to render a service. The best people to ask is those who've been through it. You know what I mean? So don't be afraid to reach out, especially if you're one of those people who are an introvert that don't really like, because you got people out there that like that, Don't be afraid to reach out, and engage with people. You know what I mean? You never know who you might come across, and you never know who might be able to help you, navigate through this, So I always say that, man.
I'm always able to help, or willing to help anyone that needs the help. So if you run across me or something like that, stop me.
So let me ask you a question. What other part, you say you've been traveling DR for 3 years. What other cities have you traveled to outside of Puerto Plata? And actually
Santo Domingo is the only one.
Okay, so.
Oh, it's Sosúa, that's right.
Okay, well, that's Puerto Plata. So I ask you, between Puerto Plata and Santo Domingo, what would you say is the best?
The best of both, I guess?
Well, if you had to live in either two, which one would you say you prefer to be in, to
See,
live?
that really comes down to your style of living, I guess.
Okay.
Me, I'm more of probably a private person.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really say I'm an introvert, but I'm a very private person. I don't like a lot of promotion and stuff like that. So Puerto Plata works great for me.
Okay.
But there is an attraction with Santo Domingo as well.
Right.
Me staying there, I enjoy my time there.
Okay.
You're in the city, there's so much happening, and if you're that type of person, definitely.
Okay.
I can never knock Santo Domingo, but I enjoy Puerto Plata.
You enjoy Puerto? See, I feel the same way, and I always ask people that. I'm from a big city, so I always say New York for me is like leaving New York to go to another New York. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like, Puerto Plata is where it's at. I enjoy the peace and tranquility, and not just that. Puerto Plata has so many beaches. I'm a beach bum. I'm all about the beach life, baby. So this is one of the reasons why I chose Puerto Plata. Yeah. So, is there any questions that you guys want to ask Barnabas before we close out? I just wanted to come on here for a minute. Unfortunately, I had an interview earlier, guys, and I managed to link up with him and do this interview before dinner, just to give, like I said, his perspective on things. So, if you guys have any questions y'all want to ask Barnabas, feel free. He's gonna be living out here. You're gonna be out here until indefinite, right?
I have a place I'm renting, so I'll be going back and forth. But
okay,
I'll be here.
So, do you have any social media platforms? If anybody want to reach out to you, oh man. Okay, well, listen, guys. I got Barnabas's information.
I got an Instagram, but I don't even know what
you don't even use it. Okay, it's important. That's what you got to have some kind of platform. That way people can contact you. You know what I mean? Especially out here. Everybody's got WhatsApp and stuff. So
I have WhatsApp.
Yeah. So if you guys are coming to Puerto Plata, you want to link up with Barnabas, y'all can contact me via email, JAYSON01 at gmail.com. And I'll shoot you Barnabas's number, and then that way you guys
Yeah,
can
no
make
doubt.
connections. And this is how we make connections, man. We all are family. We all in this together, and we should be able to share informative information and help each other navigate through this.
Makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, it definitely does, man. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate all the love and support. Let me just ask before I close out. I don't want to miss anybody's questions. Which beach does he like better, Boca Chica or Sosua? Have you been to Boca Chica?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh, I guess it really kind of depends what you're going to the beach for.
Okay.
Because in Sosua, there's women
Right.
in Boca Chica, I mean, there's women, but it's not the same.
It's not as prevalent. Yeah,
Right.
I will say that, and not just. I mean, if y'all ask me, I like them both. I like. In terms, I'm talking about if you're talking about the vibe. Sosua for me is more of a vibe.
Right.
You know, Boca Chica is too much. It's just too much haggling. As soon as they see
Yes.
gringos, foreigners, man, they love to get over on you out there. The Sosua has its haggling, but it's not so much. But in terms of the beaches itself, I mean, hands down, I like them both. I like them both. The water's both calm. Boca Chica, you can go far out. I mean, all the way out there, and the water's still knee deep.
True.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
I was at Boca Chica. What 4 about 3 weeks ago, a month. 3 weeks or a month ago, I was in Boca Chica swimming in the ocean there.
Yeah.
You're right. You can just go out.
You can go. Yeah, like it's like you like, damn, I'm all the way out here.
Right.
The water is like,
still
yeah,
waistline.
yeah. But yeah, man, I tell people also before I close out, get out. For those of you guys that are coming to visit, especially those of you who are coming here for, we're talking about 2 weeks at a time, 3 weeks at a time. Spread your time out. Spread your time out. Travel here, there. I've been here 14 days. Thursday make 14 days. I've been to Playa Ensenada. I've done Sosua. I've been to Rio Jamal, San Juan, up in Jamal Norte. I've done that, Yeah, man. Yeah.
I don't be doing nothing.
So,
Make me feel like
yeah, spread your time out. Dominican Republic is inexpensive to whereas you can do it. You can go to another city and rent an Airbnb for $15 to $30, $40 a night. You know what I mean? Stay there for 2 nights and then tread back to Puerto Plata. So I always encourage you guys to don't just stay in one spot. Sosua is but this small. There are other cities out there in other cultures and throughout Dominican Republic that you guys can dive into. Yeah. Damn, I keep missing these lives. What up, though, Big J? What's going on, bro? Oh, man, we about to end this live. Yo, it's lunch. It's dinner time. I'm hungry. I just came back from Sosua. I came to do this live with my bro. Now, it's going to be a future friend, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Yeah, man, I dig this dude. Genuine, good vibes, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm all about, man. But I appreciate all the love and support, guys. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe. And as I said, if y'all looking to link up with my boy, hit me up at TAYLORJAYSON01 at gmail.com. And I will shoot you his number, and y'all can link up when y'all get out here, all right? The Nobody 92, you got to start throwing those notifications out there. I do. It's YouTube and the algorithm, bro. It ain't me. It's YouTube. Now everybody coming in. You see everybody coming in. And I'm about to end it. But y'all stay tuned for
a lot of lives like that too.
Yeah, because it's not just me. It's not just me, y'all. It's YouTube and the algorithm. Because Dominican Nomad and Dominican Route and all of them. I don't be getting their notifications until their lives done ended, man. So it ain't me. But with that being said, man, I appreciate the love and support, man. Until next time, I'll be talking to y'all. Don't forget to hit the like, the share, and subscribe. Y'all stay tuned for more. Y'all be easy out there. Peace and love.